Boom, here we go. We have got an episode of JP's predictions for 2022, specifically retail predictions. So let's get straight into this with number one, vaccine status segregation. This is making people prove that they are vaccinated to enter a supermarket. There's talk about that going on. Like they want us to stand out the front and be the police and monitor every single person that comes in the store. Everyone is responsible for themselves. We've said this many times, and this is causing a bit of angst, not only with our own team, but with also other people out there. And it also can be very detrimental to other businesses, not just supermarket. They want to be able to let you go into the mall, but you're not allowed to go into certain shops. Now, I think that is crazy talk, but I think if this does come in an essential service, we are selling essential items because let's face it, without food, you die. There's going to be more segregation. And, you know, I'm sick of people talking about vaccines. I don't care about vaccines. I really care about someone's health and well-being. And I'm sick of the argument that if you're vaccinated, you have more health and well-being than someone else. I'm over it. I'm really about choice, pro-choice. You choose. You're the one that decides if you're healthy enough to come into a store. And if you're not, order it online. Get a friend to deliver it. Supermarkets, the last baron, hold form, we're essential. Number two, connection and authenticity. Now, this may sound a bit light and fluffy, but the reality is people want to connect with brands, and Drake's are humanizing their brand. That's what we see is a big benefit moving forward. People want to be more connected. They actually really do want to know what's going on, or if they don't know what's going on, they actually want to know you're doing the right thing by being told messages that are authentic from true storytelling. Now, not everyone can do that, but some can, like Drake's. And we are definitely making sure that we are being authentic in what we're saying. People can sift through the bull, and especially now we have the internet. Even if I can't sift through the bull, someone can tell me how to do it because they've heard from their friend who's heard from their friend who's heard from their friend how to get to that piece of information that's found on that website. You know the story. Connection through authenticity. And it's not just supermarkets I'm talking about. Lorna Jane, like, you know, they had that product that was COVID safe. Well, maybe they didn't, but everyone saw through that. But credit to them, they got back on the horse and started producing more authentic messaging. So this is happening across all brands because I think people are sick of seeing all the BS that you see online. They want to see things that are actually authentic, that actually mean something to them. Number three, digital ad spend. Now, this is definitely going to increase dramatically. There's been a bit of dipping the toe in the water in the past, but there's no doubt this is full throttle now. And like the Facebook algorithm is telling you, you need to spend more money to be able to keep up with things going now. And the more you spend, the more sales you get. Who would have thought that that's what it would be? But as a guy that spends a shitload on social media, as the tech giants put their foot down, we are only going to see Meta, Google, and the rest continue to make billions more dollars, and everyone's going to have to spend a bucket load more to get the same results that they got last year. It's like gambling. The house always wins. Let's rock. Number four, demand for quicker delivery times. Now, we talked about this as a little bit of a joke. It used to be 48 hours lead-in time for online and 24, now same day. They are now giving customers the ability to have groceries delivered within 30 minutes. Now, if you want quicker than that, buy your own fucking supermarket because it ain't going to get quicker than that. It is only going to get quicker from the consumers though because they're becoming more impatient. Let's face it. Scroll. What do I look at? Can't remember a thing. That's right. 3 seconds is now an average where we can charge money. So let's look at our consumers. They don't even want to wait 4 hours for a delivery of grocery lines. They want it now. This is only going to continue to grow. Everything needs to be same day at a minimum, and it's going to get even shorter moving forward. I just want a drone to drop something off. Now that would be cool. So prediction number 5 is pricing is going to increase on everything. And when I mean everything, I'm pretty much talking about everything in a supermarket. And when we look at what's going on in the world, shipping is increasing, ingredients, packaging, and freight have all come into this big cluster. I think this will be across a whole range of products, which might make people look about what's going on in their own backyard. I don't think this is the case for fresh food, except for meat, but everything else is going to continue to skyrocket. This is the punishment for what we have had during COVID, where we literally stripped every piece of resource out there to get products onto the shelf. There is going to be a catch-up time. We look at the car industry and they have issues because they can't produce enough microchips. That is definitely a problem. You are seeing it in every industry. In fact, I don't think there's any industry that's going to be unscathed here. This will mean consumers will pay more. Do you think I like that? No. Do you think you like that? I say no. I mean, I wouldn't mind paying more if it was local, but that doesn't mean local has to be more expensive. It's generally because our labor costs, because we're producing a little bit less, all comes into play. And I don't know, would you pay a little bit more for local, or are you quite happy having large price increases and maybe empty shelves? So prediction number 5, price increases everywhere. Well, almost everywhere. So there you have it. Whew. Some mind-blowing retail predictions. I'm usually 100% right, but I'm hoping I'm not 100% right on all these predictions. I bet I have so much of this shit, I'll start drinking it. Dabbling their toe. Yeah, yeah.